Hey guys, Stephen Tony here, and I am back with a new video. And for this one, I thought I would do something a little bit different and talk about a little seen French language film called The Lady Kills, which was a French Belgian co production. And it's basically a somewhat simplistic story. It starts off with this woman being sexually assaulted by a group of men, and then it flashes to years later, and all of these guys are being bumped off one by one by this woman named Francois Fremond. Um, and you really aren't sure if her killing spree of these men has anything to do with the prologue scene or not. But we follow her as she, goes from the Netherlands to Rome to Paris to London, etc., etc. As she as she kills off all of these guys. It's a very unique film. Oh, and I should say this will be something of a static image video. There's lots of nudity on the back, and I think a little in the booklet, so I really can't show you anything here. So, yes, I like just a like mild, a warning slash announcement there. So, but anyway, it's a really interesting film, but it is also very bizarre, and like how it's like shot. The guy who wrote and directed the film, Jean-Louis Van Bell, he employed the various, trick photography, split screens, like X-ray style images, psychedelic use of color. Yes, he visually, it's very stunning and beautiful to look at, but it also has that sense of the different to it as well. And it's also as much a travelogue film as it is a murder mystery story, because Bell actually went to the Netherlands, to Rome, to Paris, to London, and shot some scenes like out there. So we are actually in many of the locations, where the killings take place. So now the late actress who plays the title character, Carol Labelle, I think her surname is pronounced. She was excellent in this. She's very neutral throughout the whole picture. She really doesn't showcase too many emotions until near the end. Like, it's just us watching her, going from place to place, ingratiating herself with the targets, gaining their trust, and then popping them off. Some of how she dispatches these guys is like interesting. The only generic killing is in the running after the credits where some guy is just shot with a gun, but she blows up a guy. Think she uses a photographer acid on some other guy like yeah I like there's a few unique ways of how she kills all of the all of these guys, and you really don't know why she's doing it. Like you're not sure if it's got anything to do with the harrowing prologue scene or not. But LaBelle in her role is very good. You know, you're sort of on her side a bit. I mean, like you're curious, as to why she's doing all this. Because she never gives any real hint of motivation. Other than that, the guys she's after are sort of jerks, and pigs, but she keeps everything, of why she's, doing what she's doing, like, under the vest. So, so like, yeah, I was very much impressed by her. She didn't really act too much, I think, either prior to this or afterwards, but, I thought she could have really gone far as a performer. Um, yeah, and in the like last, I believe it's like 10 to 12 minutes of the film, we end up learning the truth of Francois', killing spree. And guys, it was completely out of left field. Like I was totally, shaken aback about like why she was doing what she was doing. And I will also say this: when I learned, why she was doing this, it made me a little ashamed and embarrassed to be a man. Van Bell really went for the jugular of why, like some women, kind of like, aren't fully trusting of men. It kind of makes you realize in some ways, like, why we're viewed, like, as pigs at times, by women. So yeah, I will like warn yo guys, like, to be aware that, like, once you find out the ending, you may be feeling some shame and embarrassment at the male gender. uh, which I thought was very, you know, effective on Van Bell's part, because he takes us through pretty much a fairly generic journey, and he hits you with the subtext he was looking for to, show in the film in the like last few minutes, and it is this, massive blast of wind, this like massive, like, hit, hit like all at once, and it works. It works very well. Like well, I'm like I honestly did not see it coming. And I also do want to talk a little about the writer director Jean Louis Van Bell. He was a Belgian born film maker of a French origin, and he did these very ultra low budget, thrillers, horrors, somewhat sci-fi, very independently made with a mixture of money. He raised himself and the aid of others as well. Well, there's an interesting retrospective interview slash documentary. He's interviewed on, and what's interesting is that he's a very private guy, Van Bell. So when he agreed to appear at this thing, he asked for his face not to be shown on camera, which I mean, I respect. He's an older gentleman now. I think he's in his 80s. I think now, so I totally get why he would want to keep his privacy out there, I mean, he's not against meeting fans, and talking about his work, he's just he's just a very private person, doesn't want one to be pestered, which I totally get. But he's a very fascinating fellow. He is both a genre style filmmaker, but he's also artsy, in his themes and subtext, and also how he shoots his films as well. I was very impressed by his work. The only other film I think of his that was available in any on the home media prior to these two films here was it's actually at the top here from the guy who did the Sadist with Red Teeth, which was a sci-fi vampire type film. That was the only other film of his that was available on home media, prior to this set here. So yeah, I do highly boy, excuse me here, folks. I do highly recommend the film. There's a lot of nudity in it, but it's not totally gratuitous. I know, kind of serves a purpose in places. And and it is a somewhat generic story, but it's told in a very interesting, different fashion. It'll entertain for its mystery aspect, and also for the travelogue aspect, because much of the film was shot on the was shot on location. The places where the lady goes to do her thing. So yes, there's really not too much else I'd want to say. Like lest I'd rather spoil the film. Like like save for the reaction I had, and I am hoping somewhat similar reactions others might have if they choose to check out the film. I haven't checked out the bonus feature film on here. It's a little more of the Valmando film, which I mean, I've never been too Yojan honestly, but like I might just check it out for the heck of it, as I did enjoy this film here. But I do give it a thumbs up. Definitely check it out. Like it might seem like the by the numbers mastery style film, but I will tell you, it is more than that. There's an interesting, gender relations subtext, to it, and the ending's almost totally out of left field. Like that's like all I'll say there. So, but thank you for watching. I hope you found this mini review slash overview of the film interesting. I hope you do decide to check it out. And please give this video a thumbs up and hit the bell notification button if you haven't subscribed yet and want to. And please leave any comments, like let me know if you've seen the film already, what you thought, if our, the thoughts on the ending are the same or different, if you've seen any other of Van Bell's films, like, or just to, drop in and say hi. But again, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.